Welcome back. This is Ranawa Chaudhary, and you are on my YouTube channel, Arun Foot. It's another Indian Super League watch-along. Tonight, it's Chennaiyin FC versus Inter Kashi Football Club from the Marina Arena, in which, both these teams are in need of points. So for us, interesting to see what the two sides can do at the Marina Arena because, as I said, points are very, very important in the current ISL table because both the teams are on 5 points. And with the table being the way it is, could be dangerous suddenly because Mountain Sporting still on nil, Kerala Blasters on one, Sporting Club Delhi, Inter Kashi, Chennaiyin FC, and Odisha FC all on 5 points. So therefore, that makes it interesting for the relegation battle as such. So therefore, that'll be interesting to see what happens over there. And Chennai in their traditional blue, playing from left to right. Inter Kashi in orange and black jerseys and white shorts, orange stockings. Noguera brought down. Foul against the experienced Spaniard from Alfred Planes. Little too rough, little too tough. Very interesting to see how they handle the pressure. Pritam Kotal. And go along forward. But Chennai still with the ball. Shot attempt. Goes over. That was Vignesh trying his luck. Yep. At this time in Mumbai City, used to take those opportunities. Had a superb long ranger once. Shubham Das in goal. Inter Kashi play forward. Cleared by Pritam. Foul in the middle. And it's Farooq Chaudhary. Bevamer. Indiana. Goya. Headed back to Shubham by Inter Kashi. Now we're playing is Uganda. Answer if we do, is Uganda a worthy opponent to us? Rahul, again, it's just a rumor. And potentially, yes. And again, if you're playing Uganda, Uganda is ranked way higher than us. So worthy. Again, anyone is a worthy opponent to us at the moment. Even teams who are not as good as we are. Again, for us, it's about getting matches. And if you're able to get matches outside of India with opponents like that, then it is always worthy for us. So therefore, I don't think the question arises of talking about worthiness, so to say. Um, you know, um, if Uganda would be an opponent for us or not. So therefore, yeah, if you ask me, very, very worthy. Goal kick, Shravan Das. Beat somebody down. Okay. Ball throw in. Pritam. Eduardo Cao leaves it to his keeper. Long kick by Nawaz, headed on. Farooq Chaudhary back with Chennai. Alberto across to Imran. Won by Inter Kashi. Rohit Dhanu lost by Inter Kashi. Alberto, nice little turn. Demamer back to Pritam. Across to Eduardo. Trying to build up. Counter. Noguera steals it from Planas. But Inter Kashi win it back. Still early in the game. 6 minutes in. Inter Kashi trying to keep the ball amongst themselves. Ball out to Sandeep Mandi. Goes out, throw in. A game that both the teams will want to win tonight. As I said, the situation is both are on 5 along with Odisha FC and Sporting Club Delhi. Looks good, but Blasters on 1, Mohammed on 0. If they win a couple of games, suddenly that situation could completely turn. Chennai building up. Pritam Kotal. Bemamer back to Kotal. Free kick. Narinder Gehlot to take it. He's wearing the captain's armband today. Narinder chips it forward. Headed out by Vignesh. Loses the ball. Is that a free kick for Inter Kashi? Yes, given by the referee. Today, if Bangladesh win, there will be a chance for India to qualify. Aman, it depends in the under 20 Women's Asian Cup on the goal difference, theoretically, or if there is maybe India's lucky and, tomorrow in the parallel matches, Uzbekistan, Jordan, let's say draw. We have to, again, we have to win our matches first. And we were not good enough in the tournament, to be very honest to you, if you ask me. The Kashi tweet. Yeah, Raj, really funny about the I-League trophy. The day Mumbai City wins the ISL, I especially, sorry, long ranger, but Inter Kashi goes over. Especially tag those people. It says someone said Mumbai is going to relegate. Yeah, Raj, I am like you, very, very happy with what Mumbai City at the moment is playing, doing, performing. Really great to see because it was important from Mumbai City perspective. I did a video about it today, so I've tagged it here to watch it as well, where I do ask that question that could Mumbai City really, win it? Who are the architects behind it? And a lot of credit to Pratki, to Sujay Sharma, who used to work with me in the past, to all those in the management. So therefore, yeah, that's good. That's very, very good to see at the moment. All countries understand it's not working with only home players, so they're allowing its origin player, but Indian government still don't want to understand. That's the reality, and and because I did put out a video on regard to Ryan Williams, which has gotten good number of views. Thank you for that as well. Over 1,800 people have watched it, and actually, I do look at things and got quite a bit of reviews on that, and have been abused about this, about that, and everything. It's quite sad, when you are trying to do the right things and raise the profile, but again, certain people have got other interest. Hi, this is Unity Cup. We get true news that yeah, that we will play the Inter Cup is true. Who are we going to play is not clear. Um, question is who will be the fourth team. So therefore, I have to wait on that. Inter Kashi trying to build out from the back. A bit under pressure. Danu. Back to Nischal Chandan. Shubham Das, his keeper. Also, the trollers who said CFG gone, shut down. Yeah, I remember I said that, and a lot of people even came into my lives and said, no, 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 this is done. You don't know, and all that stuff. And I find it funny that there are people out there who know nothing, honestly, nothing about Indian football. Just read up stuff and think they know and understand. And that's the sad part these days. If Bayern Munich was a bit much, let's see, Shumit, I'm looking forward to it. Bayern are in very, very good form. Let's see if they can carry it forward tonight. Also, is it true? I doubt whether other teams, the regular players. Let's see, Achut. If I look at the tournament in the last few years, then they did bring their best teams. So let's see. At least last year, Ryan Williams has got 1.1 million likes on Instagram. Okay, so likes. Okay. Well, has drastically increased. Yeah, yeah, massively increased. As Chennai are trying to combine at the back. People are commenting should be next. Yeah, man, says a lot about uh, people knowing not knowing processes, people not knowing Indian football, and then being fooled by these kind of infos and stuff. What am I gonna say, right? It makes no sense, right? What those who are saying that Ranjit should be the next president should always remember Mr. Bajaj um, is the reason we got banned in 2022 by FIFA. Anyone who's saying that, right? And that to me is the summary. Nothing else needs to be said. So he understands nothing about administration. Let me be very, very clear. Does he understand anything about Indian football? No, he knows about PR. Let's not get into this. Your opinion is better person. Ranjit, obviously. Come on. Let's not get into that conversation. Always support Sipan. Great. Isn't it funny that what's Raj? He's accusing everyone. He's accusing India of overage, of the FF, FIFA FF Academy and all that stuff. So what? Again, there's a level of hypocrisy, and I'm surprised. I always say, very long range attempt by Takashi, that we have not stopped these conversations of this whole rubbish that is going around. Right? That's the question I should be asked. How many brothers does Indian player have professionally? I think there's three of them, right? From Nandari has got two long ranges in IFL. Yeah, there's a lot of Manvirs around. All right, let's focus on this one. Where? Noguera. Back to Pritam. Across to Eduardo Cao. Chennai in their defensive setup. 14 and a half minutes on the clock. Farooq Chaudhary through ball. Inogo Martins blocked by Nischal Chandan. That hurt. Now chance maybe for Inter Kashi to break. That's a foul. Sergio Lamas. 15 minutes on the clock. Let's see. Guys, this is not Lord Manveer Mohammed. It's a different one. Grant, it's not Manveer Singh of Mohun Bagan. It's not Manveer Singh of Jamshedpur FC. Yeah, Manveer, a very usual name in Punjab. And attempt from Ashish Jha. Interesting to see what both the teams can do. Pressure on them, as I said, certain level. I'll just get up quickly once. And ball out to the right. Imran Khan losing the ball. Inter Kashi building up. Planas plays it out wide. Nishu. Orodhanu. First touch wasn't good. And Mohammad Nawaz had the ball. 16.5 minutes on the clock. It's goalless at the Marina Arena between Chennaiyin FC and Inter Kashi Football Club. Game which both the teams Chennai trying to combine, lose the ball. Shot attempt, not bad. From distance, Bema Mer, an experienced Moroccan defensive midfielder. Mer doesn't score. Ball over. Shubham Das. Goal kick for Inter Kashi. Back with Chennai FC. Pitham's header to Eduardo Cao. Sorry, guys. It's springtime. My allergies are popping up. Take care of them. Seeing the state of Indian football today, my respect, Navin Patnaik sir, for Navin sir has grown every more. Hockey away from politics, although hockey would have been in the same condition. So hockey was and is politicized as well. So let's not get out of the way, but he built infrastructure and enabled hockey to run despite of all the politics. So that is, I think, the way you should see it. So that's the result. Takashi steal the ball. Plus, nice little turn against Imran. Plays it out to Rohit Danu. Rohit Danu across the goal and good save. And good pair of hands from Mohammad Nawaz. Okay, yeah, hockey did more, of course, but he also did enabled Indian football stuff. Odisha FC wouldn't be in Odisha without him. Similarly, if they win, IFL can sustain better. Many clubs, ISL clubs now, they also have new investors, Pepsi, so more money too. But essentially, Pepsi is not an investor. Pepsi is a sponsor, and Pepsi is not putting as much money in as you might think. So therefore, that doesn't make a difference. But the initial point that you make is, yes, actually, they can, as an educational group, does have quite a bit of money, have built their own little infrastructure on their complex. So yeah, that's the thing. Chennai with the ball. Ball played back to Pritham across to Eduardo Cao. 8,000 Jawaharlal Nehru look nothing, whereas 4,000 in Mumbai Football Arena looks packed and better environment. So some elite knowledge guys laughing at India for a couple of Fark was okay, should shut up. Yeah. We need to know where we come from, right? So therefore I think smaller, again, 5 to 10,000 seaters, foul, advantage, and then second foul from Chennaiyin FC against Inter Kashi. So therefore, Raja, I think that should be the case. Realistically, you know how many fans you can draw, right? I don't see that we have so many clubs who will draw 30, 40, 50,000. That needs to grow. And again, in Mumbai also, I give credit to the fans a lot because that the arena is filling up is this season is more organic, right? It's not a marketing gimmick or marketing plan behind it. There's nothing left for Yandana and Scotland is 27. If starts now, he could be playing, could play at 31, 32. Who says there's nothing to play for in Scotland? Again, Raj, who's that you or me to say about Jan? Jan needs to decide for himself what he wants to do. And given the realities of the Indian Super League, where we are back to the discussion we had last season. Will we have a league? Won't we have a league? What will happen? I can't tell Jan, and advise him and say, listen, leave Scotland, come to India. Doesn't make sense. Sergio Lamas across to Narendra, across to Mr. Chandan. Rohit, sorry, Sandeep Mandi chips it for Ashish Jha, but that will make it difficult. That chip into the box. Nawaz has it. Pritam Kota. Across to Eduardo Cao. Pritam. Pritam. Noguera, Cao. Yeah, slow building up at both ends. Noguera, Pritam. +23 minutes on the clock. Still goalless at the Marina Arena. Yeah, Imran Khan with a foul on Ashish Jha. Tough task, tough ask for Ashish Jha. Imran getting a yellow in the process. For him, not an easy call as a striker to try and create something for his team. Okay, Raj. Kabinat should be clear for Unity Cup camp at least. Let's see. Percentage. What happens? Oh, yeah, Rohit Dano works his way past Dinyana. Blocked by Pritham. Dinyana clears it. Martins loses it. Alfred Planas. Alfred Planas. Outstraight foot on Bema Mer. Maybe a chance. Sergio Lamas. Long ranger goes over. Goes over. If you clears in case of Avnit Bharti, what will that happen in case of another two? Can you please explain? Prasenjit, supposedly is born in with Avnit, there is a lot of issues in regard to, I think nationality was a question which was posed, despite having Indian passport. So I'm not sure, again, having lived in so many countries, what that issue was. So therefore, I've heard about it, but to me, it wasn't logical as he's an Indian passport holder. The question is, did he hold Nepali passport at any stage of his life? Maybe that yeah. Let me see. Uh, Investment last comment. Okay, sorry, where was it? What route can we make for the OCS so they can acquire citizenship while playing outside of India top leagues? Create an indirect dual passport, as I said. Make the OCI passport maybe a sports passport, temporary passport for people to get nationality. That's I think the most important thing. 25 plus minutes on the clock, still goalless in Chennai between Chennaiyin FC and Inter Kashi Football Club. So therefore, Hannibal, that would be my thing to do. My friend just sent me. mm, Oh, so illegal website where IS is listed on top as the website is going to viewers of ISL, right? Raj, are there views of ISL? Chennai combined nicely. But so turns around. Bevamer, Vignesh, Bevamer, Muguera, back to Bevamer. Um, Again, I don't know what intercepted by Inter Kashi. Ball out to Sergio Lamas. Planas with some space. Planas, lovely shot! Turns it around but misses the target. Good attempt. And Senor Habas with Lamas. Yeah, beats Bemomer. Does a nice curl, but it's wide of the goal. So, Raj, these kind of stats, I don't know, how I can judge it, or you can judge it, we can judge it. To me, the problem is always with these stats is are we getting you know so yeah, because if that is true what you're saying, Inogo Martin plays it through to Irfan Yadwar, but Shubham Das has the ball in the end. Says that people are not willing. So yeah, that's the thing. So I'm honest, can we need belt treatment? Look at Vietnam's improvement, bro. Welcome to great dribbling, only missing finishing. There's no single team who have such ball control dribbling. XMP, your so-called belt treatment, um, it was for Farooq Chaudhary, sorry. So belt treatment, I don't know, in today's world is your solution to that. It's forget the belt treatment. I think ask the coaches to be better. That's my bigger point. 2.9K viewers in illegal website. Okay. Plus 10, 20 seconds. So essentially, it's the international feed. So therefore, I have to live with what comes to me. I mean, we've had days where my broadcast was about a minute and a half behind. Uh, so Mr. Chandan, back to him, plays it back to his keeper, Shubham Das. Intercepted by Inter Kashi. Nishu, back to his keeper. Why I find Inter Kashi goalkeeper, I don't know why. So let's see. Inter Kashi playing in the last line very dangerously with Chennai committing two men up front. Ball through. Oh, that's cleared by Vignesh. Mr. Chandan. Venvas looking for Sandeep Mandi, who crosses it across. Irfan Yadwat clears. Long ball forward. And Inogo Martins wins it against Nishal Chandan. Inogo with space. Inogo with a shot. Goes wide. Your team playing tonight. Yes, Raj, Bayern Munich away to Real Madrid in what most probably is the biggest club football match in the world, the biggest matchup. So your video looks hang. Okay. X9P, I don't know if it's then my internet. Is it your internet? Again, I can't control it. I'm uploading it automatically. Watching Ryan's PSC highlights, if any good number would have been there, then him in wings, it would have been great for India. Yeah, Prasanjit. Drinks break after 30 minutes. And Chennai still goalless. So Prasanjit, A2 would be there this way, that way. Again, I'm you know, a good player here or there in any of the teams would make a difference, right? So they don't have it, have to live with it. Tell you what, I found out that many Indian passport holders are playing in foreign league. Okay. See, Shumit, playing Indian foreign passport holders in the league, are they capable of playing for India? It doesn't make sense, right? Right. So that's the problem. Pritham urging fans to turn up. Raj, Pritham has done it. I mean, I spoke to Pritham during the break, the first ISL break, and I remember, you know, uh, so Abhishek Bachchan being shown in the stands. So to me, yeah, doing it is good. And he's one of the senior players out there, right? He was very good first match before he got red card. At that time, I was having a chat with my friends. They could have played. It's technically it's been he's not the same since that red card. Who are we talking about? Arya. Like the stream, guys. Yes, please do. Please do like the stream. Um, as I said, watch it, share it, spread it. Let's see. I was having a word with this players. Um, if you haven't, 5 likes so far, guys. I think we can do better. And we stand at 4,066. That's the number of subscribers of Arun Foot. Thank you very, very much. We've grown quite a bit over the last 10 days after reaching the 4,000 mark. So 66 new subscribers to Arun Foot. So thank you very much. Um, X9P, all the other guys, if Professor Kalinga is doing something, like it or not, leave it to him. Please don't say bad things. Yeah, it's a phone. Said, don't you think foreign leagues are more stupid? And I said, we should call all passport holders. No, Rahul. What leagues are you playing? If you're elite, some of them are amateurs, right? Some of the players are playing at amateur level, fifth, sixth, seventh tier, somewhere. It doesn't make sense. I have a good number 9. That's Rahim Ali. Only if he improves his finishing. Yeah, Hannibal potentially. Sandeep Mandi goes on an adventure, loses the ball. Pritham Bema Mayer out to Noguera, plays it to Inogo Martins on the wing. Martins into the danger zone, cleared by Narendra Galot. Ashish Jha, Thanas, and Rohit Thana wins the free throw in. Sorry. We don't know. Is it really that quarter of second to play? Hmm. Right. So being honest, I understand if you would take Indian passport, you need to reside in India. That's the problem. Like, don't ever want to play for India. He needs to reside in India. He can't play in Premier League. See, Danny Bath. When did I speak with Danny the first time? We spoke on the UK thing in 2013. Right. Inter Kashi on that left flank. Fred Planas. Alfred. Still Alfred loses it. Ooh, dangerously. Um, so therefore, for me, Danny would love to. This, as you said, this residing in India is a problem, and it takes you 12 years to potentially get an Indian, potentially to get an Indian passport if you reside abroad. Why has suddenly Abhishek Bachchan started attending Chennai matches, Chennai FC matches regularly? Hannibal, he regularly attends matches. Why are you saying that he's suddenly done it? To me, he's it depends, I guess, on his schedule. Planas with the ball, Planas with the shot, and that's cleared for a corner for Inter Kashi after nearly 35 minutes. I'm hearing that there will be friendlies with you if you want to pick up some good goal. Let's see, Prashanjit, what happens with Uganda. Actually, goalkeeper is good, but sometimes he takes things in ego. Okay. AIFF don't sack Joachim and Pamela. Let's see, Raj. The question isn't about sacking, the question is about funding. Missed it. Yeah, they just showed Abhishek Bachchan, not Farouk. From place today. Go to play in Tuesday. Oh, yeah. Even if I had $1 billion. Yeah, says Arya. Corner. Sergio Lamas. That's good. Pritam Kotral heads it out. Further heads it out. Rohit Danu has the ball. Rohit Danu with the attempt. Tries it. Nasita, most of them. Aman, that was also my thinking that Abhishek Bachchan actually turns up for most of the games if he can. Then he's 38. Come on, guys, leave him apart. He's not 38, but and at his age, he's better than anyone in our team. So yeah. Yeah. Let's not talk. It's not going to part. I have a good question. I don't know. I don't think Virat is anymore an owner. So let's see. Right. Namath, dream always already 36 at 7. Yeah, let's see. Abhishek Bachchan at 10 matches of all is fine. Yeah. Of both, I would say. If I only know about kabaddi and football, Jaipur and Chennai. As part of FCY, you forgot that you own football club. I don't think my team might no longer be part of it. I've not seen anything, even in regard to. He did a lot of stuff on youth promotion in regard to Forza Goa. I've seen nothing in regard to Forza Goa in the recent weeks and months. Ball forward. Can they keep it in? No. Ashish Jha. His best, the young striker. See, haram ball. Extent P, it doesn't matter. Haram ball. What was the new word? What I heard day before yesterday? Halal ball or whatever. India's going to play. So I'm happy that we're playing those kind of matches. The exposure and take it what it is. I wonder if the full money erased from Cup really went to development, sir. Meet him again, away from him as he might end up in bruises. I doubt. There is, those dogs who bark don't bite. There is a saying, so no problem. 110 yeah, being Panther games because he still would have been. He would have been using his fame to explode. He doesn't have to, Hannibal, no? Even if he has, it's Chennai winning the ball, but free kick. Bemamer taking a shot. Seeing Vietnam team was more technical, we are doing okay. That's the problem, yeah. But at least he took his club abroad, unlike most ISL ones. For what? That's again taking abroad is not the RFDL. Reliance Foundation Young Champs has been doing that. Have you heard any PR of them doing that? They went to Southeast Asia, they went to East Asia, they went to Middle East. One thing left purpose with Bajaj and some purpose started crowdfunding for Bajaj. Oh God. Yeah, let's not. So let's focus on this game, guys. Rodano loses to Dinana. Farooq Chaudhary wins the ball. Where is he playing the ball? Just blindly forward. That is the problem of Indian footballers. Wins it quite well, you know. So that's the problem. Ball kicked out. Seems like a player is down. So Inter Kashi player. Is this Narendra Gahlot? Ooh, yeah. Gets stuck in the ground. No foul from Farooq Chaudhary, but in pain. Uh, yeah, and Williams gives a lot of hype. Also, play many people supporting what some against it. Shumit, I've got some views on it on my messages because I did put out a video last week on OCI opportunity after the Grant Williams debut. But hey, what to say? Yeah, but extend P that those kind of comments are utterly useless, and it shows again to me you can be a former chief minister, you can be a former footballer. It doesn't mean you understand how things run and operate, right? So this is right. These are kind of people who've read something, find it interesting, find it good, and then comment. Sorry, Sandeep Mandi was the guy down. So therefore, yeah, Fian produced 10 Messi's 400 crore as per you wasted 15 crore. Then where's the first? Rahul, if you add up the numbers of how much he spent on his academy, how much he spent on now tours to go to Europe, how much he spent on Delhi FC, how much he spent on Minerva, Punjab being in the I League, if you add up all those numbers, we should be two Messis down, right? He's gonna meet from so that they can buy plots at the survey money for. Let's see if we can be 0.1 Messi 1 crore. Nice try. Yeah. Is it realistic for us to draw against Jamaica? Rahul, who cares about the results at the moment? Our play based from finishing. Sumit, it's not even finishing. It's a final pass, intelligent pass. That's a bigger problem. Has never been the same after his ACL injury. That's also true, Garo. So the other I said, even what says, if you want Hamza, now I hope someone doesn't come and say about Farouk. Yeah, what's the name of your FC Remscheid is the name of the club. आज रात को Watchalong करोगे Bayern Munich was no. Ataf, I'm watching it with friends, so sorry, no Watchalong of the Bayern Munich match. I'll enjoy it for myself. Not myself. I'm not enjoying it myself. I'm enjoying it with friends and watch it. Say football meeting where from good but meeting. Yeah, but is he good or bad again? That is going to be the question. But if he does this, then then you fall out of the no one is a good person then. Eduardo Cao with the ball across to Pritham Kota. 42 and a half minutes on the clock. Ball out to Dinilyana. Inigo Martins looking across for Vignesh, trying to get across going, but the ball goes out. Vignesh now down on the ground. Let's see that again. Vignesh overlaps. That should have been given as a foul from Nishu Kumar. Or, sorry, that's not Nishu. Who was that? Asif Khan. Yeah, to me that was a foul. What is mine in the right window? Let's see. Hit out by Dokao. Pritam plays it back to Nawaz, who plays it long. Hit it out by Sandeep Mandi and Dinyana plays it out. Only as far as Rohit Danu. Rohit into the middle to Ashish Jha against Pritam. Yeah, referee touched it. Allows play on. Okay. Rohit Danu cleared by Chennai, but still with Inter Kashi. Sergio Lamas. That's a foul. Referee says play on. Narinder Gehlot. Nishu Kumar with a cross. Cleared by Chennai. Alberto Nogueira with a lovely through ball. Oh, intercepted by Asif Khan. That's a foul from Inigo Martin. Against Sergio Lamas. I've seen some Hamza videos, so good. Yeah. Session with Ashish Nige or Kelno TV. Rahul, I know Ashish. We interact once in a while. Nothing more. So yeah, it's fine. I would say. Nothing about anything. Shumit, I find it sad the way that Bangalore FC actually got rid of him. 3 minutes of added time, 45 minutes now through. I felt it sad the way Renedy got sacked by BFC um, for the work that he was doing. I regard Renedy to be clearly important clearance from Pritam Kotal. Planas into the middle. But Pritam Kotal clears it for a corner ahead of an rushing Ashish Jha. So for me, Sergio Lamas to take the corner. For me, it was wrong. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. So therefore, for me, Sergio Lamas. Headed on. Important save. Not a chance for Inter Kashi. Cleared by Chennai off the line. Oh, and that's a foul for Chennai. I think a foul on Inogo Martin by Nischal Chandan, who hurt himself in the process. Chaos in the Chennai box post the corner. Both the siblings were separating. Son, Hannibal. Mr. Chandan treatment. Still hurt. Mr. Walking off. I think he's good. Recently overhyped players. He said don't have potential to get Europe contract. He said Mohamed Saif Europe Quadri was sitting in bench of Punjab FC. Each time P, yeah, it is one of the things that um again Ashish does great work. Kill now is doing great work in covering Indian football, which no other media organization per se is, right? They're sending out people, uh so therefore mm, they do good work, but yeah, sometimes they do overhype things. They did part of the overhyping also during Igor Stimacz's time. So that's why, I doesn't care who they are. I've told you guys what I feel is right, I would say, and doesn't matter. So news media showing never be doing hyping they'll win, but not a single news covering football crisis we face. I know that's the reality, because this is a great story to again, and yeah, what to say. It's a useless story, but it's a good PR story, and again, give Ranjit the credit. You're doing good PR, but are you doing, from a football perspective, good work for Indian football? No, you're not. I remember 23, Malika, we dominated Malaysia. Do you really hope to win that one? Rahul, I don't know which match you saw. We played a good first half, and the second half, Malaysia scored four. I don't know where we dominated Malaysia, right? Yes, there was a goal not given or penalty not given. I don't remember what it was, but we didn't dominate. That's halftime from the match referee. It's goalless at the Marina Arena between Chennaiyin FC and Inter Kashi Football Club. A draw which would push both the teams to 6 points and yeah, keep them a little further away from the relegation spot. Inter Kashi would be on 6 points from seven matches. Chennai, six from six. Northeast also 6 from 6. So therefore, that would give them a little breathing space towards the lower positions in the table. Um, so therefore, Rahul, I don't know what match in that way we weren't that better. Man, no, I'm not going for the Bayern home game against Real Madrid. Bengali has not been good football for a long time. Now they've got infrastructure has gone down quite a bit. Anyone, the infrastructure I think is better than ever before. Our problem is coaching. Our coaching, the system, the lack of proper competitions. You know, um, so therefore for me, you know, um, yeah, those are some of the realities that there is, which is a bigger problem. Organization from the IFA, scouting, player development, all of those things, which I think are more important. And so, therefore, for me, yeah, all the conversations are nice, but it is Bengal has a structural issue, and it starts with the IFA, it continues with the clubs, it continues with the support of the sports ministry, local, with the government, with the districts. So much is wrong. Everyone is allowed to have their own opinion, but yeah, most of the people overhype you 23 players. And yeah, as I say, everyone has an opinion. Um, I I am very opinionated myself. Let's be very clear. I think when I know something, or if I have an opinion, again with knowledge, which understanding, which I say is I use as my basis of coming to those opinions. And to me, a big problem is that Yeah, theoretic, anyone can should have an opinion, but if you are, you know, are you in a position to really understand the things, to have those opinions that you have? And that is my question. That's my simple question with all these people. And yeah, my problem at this moment in time is a lot of people are hyping under 17s, under 23s, even under 20s. Some people have in the past. The women were hyped. The under 20 women were hyped. And again, you see that our difference is we're so far behind a lot of these teams in other parts of the world that hype will not take us anywhere. That's in my opinion a very big problem. I really like Fahim from Bangladesh's style views. Rahul, Bangladesh has a lot of talented players at the moment, and he's one of them. Well, thanks, Stephen, in the first half. Stephen, it was a nil-nil. Some attempts here, some attempts there. Nothing much to talk about. I would think. Let me check the stats. Chennai had more of the ball. Yeah, Chennai had 61 to 39% of the ball, but 8 to 5 shots from Inter Kashi. So therefore, that's an interesting piece of stat where you see how this game sort of went, and but nothing much to talk about. Says, yeah. How do you rate the improvement of Iraqi football team? The league structure is not that good. Animan, I don't watch. Again, to have an opinion, I would have to watch Iraqi football and understand Iraqi football. I know that some of the top players are playing in other countries in the Middle East. The best players are playing in Europe. So, I don't, again, and they've qualified for the World Cup. If I look at, one second, let me look at the team. Then you know that they've achieved something which is great for themselves and for their country, given the realities of what the country's gone through in the last 2.5 decades. That's a big thing, right? So they've got, for example, the refugee kid Ali Al Hamadi, who plays at Luton Town, for example, right? You've got the boys like Kevin Jakob at um, Aarhus. You've got Aymar Shear at Salzburg. You've got Zidane Iqbal, for example, the half Pakistani, half Iraqi origin boy, who's Manchester United product, who plays at now at Utrecht, who are doing well in the Dutch league. So they have a lot of origin boys in that. A lot of these other Iraqi boys have also gone, have gone um, to other countries in Asia. So yeah, it looks good. But yeah, a country going through a war playing World Cup, shame on us. Rahul, you can't compare us with any of these countries. Uh, you know, so it's these are realities. Sri Lanka is having 9 overseas players. They were very impressive in UC qualifiers. They came from nowhere. Yeah, Animan, they had nine. I think in the prime, they had, I think, 15 players, and they're working on more. Pakistan is playing to the 2027 AFC Asian Cup, but we don't are in UEFA. Yeah, um, some countries had the option, and it's like with Israel. Israel was taken out in the 60s due to the rising problems with their Asian neighbors. Kazakhstan had the option between Asia and Europe and decided to go to Europe. And um, while, for example, Australia decided to join Asia rather than being in Oceania, and I think it's for their football, I think it was the best decision for Aussie football because it has helped Australia to grow to a different level. Let's be very clear. And so therefore, there are countries who decide on that. But again, some people say, why doesn't, for example, Suriname play in CONCACAF in South America because they're part of the South American continent, but they're part of the Caribbean, so therefore they play in the Caribbean, as is the case for Curacao as well. So therefore, those are some of the anomalies in these kind of things. In your opinion, what's the reason Italy has failed to qualify for World Cup for third time? Giant of football not qualifying is wild. Stephen, you're giant on paper. I think that is the biggest problem that Italian football at this moment in time has. You're a giant on paper. Are you really a giant in the real world? And yeah, that's to me. So therefore, for me, um, so that's Italy has structural problems. Just get up. I'll keep on talking. Italy has structural problems in their system. If you look at things, um, their youth development is not really good. Their best young talent actually is leaving Italy to go to academies in Spain, in Germany, in England. Infrastructure seems to be a problem as well. So Italy has structural issues at multiple levels, and that is, yeah, it's hampering the football in Italy. And Italy is, you're saying the great. If you don't qualify for three World Cups in a row, even if you're a four-time former world champion, you're not a great football country at that moment in time. So that's the problem that Italy faces, in my opinion. That we have an opinion about Italy, that we know things about Italy, but Italy is not at the moment Italy that you and I have in our minds, right? So that's Italy's problem. Italy, I mean, weirdly, I can say 20 years ago, I was there when Italy last time around won matches in World Cups. I was there at the World Cup final. I was there when they beat France on penalties. I was there when they beat Germany in extra time in Dortmund. Was there for the quarterfinal as well. So just think about it. That is 20 years ago that Italy won matches at a FIFA World Cup. And thereafter, they've not qualified for 2026, 2022, 2018. The last time they played a World Cup was in Brazil. It's insane to think. So these are some of the realities which sound insane, which sound crazy about Italy and its football, but these are realities, right? If I like it, you like it, we like it or not. Israel and AIFF for political reasons as well. Bubbles, as I said, they have problems with their neighbors, and that's why they had the option to move to Europe. And yes, of course, it is political or was political. They came out of nowhere to stop England from winning a trophy and went on to being again. Arya, it's one of see the thing is tournaments take their own sort of paths, right? If you look at the Euros 2021, it was in COVID, it was this, it was that. Um, it was a crazy tournament. And from that perspective, if I look at things now afterwards, again in qualifiers, Italy's failed now against Bosnia, North Macedonia. Um, you've have expanded World Cup. It's not a World Cup of 32, 48 nations, and Italy is as good as India theoretically. Yeah. Best will not exist to 2027. Okay. What's just doing actually? They are a data aggregator, Rahul. They gather data from football leagues around the world and sell it on um, um, to betting platforms, other things as well. But that's their main job. Is a good team. They would have qualified if they were in the FC group. Could be maybe. Kerala Blasters last won ISL match 1 year and 30 days ago. So 13 months ago, Babalus. Wow, that's crazy to think. Gattuso's used passion and guts just when he was a defensive midfielder during his playing days, but he's very weak tactically. I don't know if he's weak tactically or whatever. My problem with Italy is that Italy has a quality problem, right? So therefore, for me, we when you look at Italy, again, I was talking yesterday with friends at a football game, and we are saying like Italy's not the World Cup. Why? Can we name 5 players in that Italy team, right? And somehow you can, but if I talk about Italian players, who I talked about, I speak about Donnarumma, I speak about Bastoni, and then I speak about Tonali, and then the team is done, right? The others would normally not even make it. So therefore, that's a problem. FIFA being biased is so clear. They banned Russia after Ukraine war. Not there's not even a question on US Israel ban. So let's we can talk about that. Then others will say, then if we want to. They haven't won a World Cup match since that final. Yeah. Arya, they didn't even win the final. If you want to say statistically, Italy has not won a match since 2006, the World Cup quarterfinals. Right? That's the thing with the final. They won on penalties. The semi-final, they won in extra time. So if you want to go by the FIFA logic of how they do tournaments, then they have not won since the quarterfinals, right? Since they beat Ukraine 3-0, right? That's the last match that Italy won on June 30th, 2006 in Hamburg. Right. Years back, it was for us to play AIFF Cup and make it a regular thing. You play Cup for last year? No. Tara, why would they make it regular for us to play? Where does this East Asia Cup come from? I don't even know. The problem with Canada Blasters, is it an owner and manager problem or fans are overreacting with their boycott? Honeywell, both. I think it's both. I think the owner has given certain guardrails to the management. The management has tried to operate within it. The management, again, any management will have to be judged by their decision. And the decision to try six untested foreigners in the ISL has failed. The signing of the coach of Katala failed, in my opinion. So that has to be said. That is in contrast to what Mumbai City did, right? Even Mumbai City gambled, right? They have reduced their wage bill over the last couple of years. They let go last year Puya, this year Mehtab. Sujay signed some very interesting young players, Tulunga, Puya, gambled on that Vijay Chetri now is a better defender than he was when he left Chennai FC and India when he went to Uruguay. And at the time when they realized, you know what, there will be relegation, they were able to sign Nuno Reyes and Johnny Kauko. Right? And again, Mumbai City, yes, if the Mumbai City had two more foreigners, this and that and everything, yeah, of course, would, maybe it might not have worked. Who knows? But with those four foreigners, and the four foreigners are not fully fit, add to that, right? If you want to add injury to insult, then say, you know what, Mumbai City is playing with four foreigners and de facto only Nuno Reyes is actually fit. Right? The other three are actually not fit enough to come through a season. So from that perspective, that's it. And the fans boycotting, as I've said it multiple times, regard to generally to Indian football. To me, as a fan, you should never boycott your team, national team or club. Boycotting is, in my opinion, the wrong step. Kerala Blasters are fighting relegation. In my opinion, the Manjapara should be more vocal than ever before. Raise your topics. Raise your topics. But don't boycott your team. What do you have? If Kerala Blasters is relegated, the owner says, you know what, I've done enough, I've tried enough, sorry, not working, I'm gone, Tata, whatever. The club is gone. What do you then have? You have nothing. Kerala Blasters to me have been a success story of the Indian Super League. I will say this again and again and again. Right? So to me, um, yeah, again, it's something different on that, but yeah, it's sad to see that we haven't been able to get out of that, and let's wait and see what happens. Never come to Salt Lake, guys. The seats here are too dirty. Rahul, seats can be dirty anywhere in the world, right? So if you again, what a dirty seat should be a reason for you not to go to a football stadium? That's a weak one, right? Take a newspaper with you or take napkins with you, whatever you can. Yeah. To Norway, clearly better team in group stage in Bosnia had 30 plus shots on target qualifiers. Stephen, Italy was doomed not to make it. I mean, so that's the reality. No one can man US rules all the yeah, they don't, but anyway. So if Italy is good as Indian, then India match must end in a draw. Just will score a curler in that one. Rahul, um, it was more cheek and tongue for me to say that Italy is as good as India. As the second half kicks off in Chennai with Chennaiyin FC from right to left in their traditional blue, and Inter Kashi in their orange kits with black applications. And yeah, and Mason Singh is on for Chennai. So let's see what they can do. Inter Kashi on the left. Rohit Danu with a good cross. It comes to Planas, but cleared by Bemamer. Shot from a distance. And that's a goal for Inter Kashi. Inter Kashi go ahead in the 46th minute. It's Alfred Planas with the goal for Kashi. Good work goal. And Chennai caught off guard after the restart. Good cross from Rohit Danu. Sergio Lamas, and then Clearance from, I think, Bema Mayer, and then Planas. Yeah, Bema Mayer with the ball out. And what a turning curling goal. Planas, who's tried that in the first half twice, this time around gets it perfect on the volley. Perfect touch. Lovely curl of the ball. The ball curls inside. No real chance for Mohammad Nawaz to save that one. You know? So Planas with the lead for Inter Kashi out of nowhere. AJ needs to ban 3-5-2 formation. Arya, who is who to ban any formation anywhere? Right? Yeah, they've been playing that for for years now. Yeah, it's an overall look at the stadiums. It's the whole infrastructure, right? That is in Italy is crumbling, right? So that's the reality. Barella has fallen off cliff. Yes, they all have. The women team will play 3 matches in Russia. Yes, in Sochi. Hannibal, they're not going to nuke them tonight. Don't put out these kind of infos, right? Um, Irfan Yadwad wins the ball. Irfan maybe with a chance to shoot. Oh, good clearance from Nischal Chandan. Wayne Vas across to Rohit Danu. Danu to Planas. Back to Danu. Danu under pressure. Plays it back to Sandeep Mandi, who clears, but headed out by Vignesh. Blasters made a series of bad decisions. They underestimated Odisha FC, Sporting Club Delhi, Inter Kashi to be worse and was trying just to survive the season. Pablo's, I don't know if they thought that the others are worse. I don't think so. Chennai win that ball, but I don't think they would have not underestimated others. I think they thought that their gamble might pay off. And to me, my learnings of the last 12, this is the 12th season of the Indian Super League, is always bank on experienced foreigners, right? That is one thing that I've learned. And Mumbai City to me is the prime example. Yoni Kauko, again, even if not 100%, Yoni Kauko is worth everything that he brings to you. Nuno Reyes, who didn't play, and this is an interesting one. If I see Nuno Reyes play at the moment for Mumbai City, I think Nuno Reyes is better than Tom Alderweireld and Alberto Rodriguez, but he didn't play actually at Mohun Bagan, right? So therefore, your decisions of your foreigners are key. It doesn't matter how good or how bad your Indians are. Didn't expect the Lakers to battle relegation this season. Look where they are now. No, I didn't. Rahul, I don't know who thinks, again, those who thought Inter Kashi will fight relegation. Again, Raja said it earlier, Mumbai City fighting relegation. No, these are not teams who have quality. Even Chennai at some stage, right? They initially didn't look good. But even if Chennai lose today, Chennai still have the quality, right? It's right. So let's see. No one did. Manuna said after the first match, you can finish top five. Yeah, but yeah, let's see. So I found that there's one skater who has an American passport lives in India, Tanya Prasad, great second was an American passport under dedication. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Tara Prasad, okay. Kashi always going to be better than Odisha, Chennai, Mohan, and Delhi before the start of the season. Yeah, Sujal, I agree on that. Planas, nicely done. Planas plays it out to Mohammed. Okay, cleared by Chennai for a corner. Yeah, for Inter Kashi. Yes, watching us, most team depend on experienced foreigner. If we remove experienced foreigner, as a quad will go down so much. 100%. The quality of the foreigners decide on where teams can play and where they can finish, right? So therefore, that's a very important factor, in my opinion, of how good or how bad a club can be is the quality of the foreigners that they have. Right. Corner for Inter Kashi. Sergio Lamas to take it. Okay. Playing around with the corner flank. The Spaniard. 51 minutes on the clock. Chennai FC nil. Inter Kashi 1. Lamas. Kashi have the ball. blocked by, oh, by Chennai, and that will be a card for Sergio Lamas against Alberto Noguera. And Noguera in pain. Yeah, Noguera. Let's see that again. And Nishu losing the ball. Noguera then. Lamas trying to stop that counter attack and brings down the captain of his opposing team. And with this win, Inter Kashi would move to 8 points and Chennai would stay on 5. Oh, that's been a yellow card given to Farooq Chaudhary. For a foul on, I think, Sandeep Mandi. Yeah, that is blindly jumps into the man, risking injury to his opponent. And that yellow card is earned by Farooq Chaudhary. What has happened to famous Catenaccio system with they seem to concede so many goals and everyone 7 goals in 2 matches now? Anuman, Catenaccio works if you've got the quality of defenders or defensive midfielders to add on top of it. They don't have those players. No? That's the saying. Italy has a quality problem. Italy has not been producing quality players en masse, right? As I said, in the past, you would have been able to name 15, 20 Italian players. Those days are gone at the moment. Oh, Vignesh against Ashish Jha. Ashish in the box, plays it to Planas. Planas in the box. Planas and scores. It's 2-0 for Inter Kashi. And look at the joy in the face of Senor Habas. Alfred Planas makes it 2 in the 54th minute for Inter Kashi. Terrible defending from Vignesh. And I think Eduardo Cao was the other one involved. And suddenly, or is the goal not given? No, it is given, right? Vignesh unable. Ashish Jha does well. And Planas beats Alberto Noguera. Is that no? Of course, has his arms on him, but I don't think it's too much that the referee will not give the goal through the legs of Mohamed Nawaz. Look at the joy in the face of Senor Habas. Alfred Planas with 2 goals in Chennai tonight. It's Chennai FC 0, Inter Kashi 2. And as you say, Stephen, poor defending, yes. But if your creative midfielder is your defender, that is what happens. And, throw in Nishchal Chandan with a foul on Mason. I think that needs to be sanctioned by the referee. And Nishchal Chandan can be a loose cannon. How many teams will get ready from IFL this season? Area 2 as far as I know. If Madrid beat Bayern, or do you say company was sacked, not trying to hit you enough? No, still. Bayern Munich and his foul, yellow card for a Chennai player. Vincent Company has done so much of good work, and it's Planas. No, sorry, not Planas. It's Sergio Lamas on the ground, pain in the back. That he's done so much of good work, integrated young talent. Bayern Munich has already scored 100 goals in the Bundesliga. They're going to break the record. Vignesh with the yellow card. So there's no chance of him getting sacked. Inter Kashi version better than team is better than 5 team. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, Goriano as well. Now we're going to see if Kawasa get relegated. Will those so-called Kawasa favorite foreigners out of loan play in IFL with them or not? So, Joel, I don't think the contracts are valid for the IFL. So if if you want Noah Sadoui and Adrian Luna to come back, I don't think their contracts are valid for the IFL, right? And my first question is, do we have Chennai FC next season playing? Do we have an ISL? Again, Mike, let's start with generic questions. You guys are going too sometimes too deep, right? This whole media broadcast, blah blah, whatever, with the AIFF also extended their stay for 3 months, so that the elections happen by December. What does this situation create, right? So therefore, I did a video on that yesterday in regard to the 3-month extension and what it means at this given moment. So therefore, for me, yeah, there's some certain realities, right? Inter Kashi now combining much better, much more confident in their play, and Chennai running around like headless chickens. But maybe there is space and chance. Inogo Martins and referee allows play on. Why the biddings are here? No, Arya, there's no bidding. My question would be, um, the bidding process is somewhat here, but has it been concluded? Are we clear with the terms? Who's going to fund the league? At the moment, the clubs are funding the league. Do they want to do it next season as well? The AIFF is not generating enough money out of the ISL. All these questions need to be answered. After seeing this fiasco, Jawaharlal fans are big time glory hunters. Hannibal, it's an interesting statement from you, and I haven't thought it that way, actually, to be very honest with you. But sometimes maybe yes, maybe that's the summary of this whole fiasco at the moment, that the Blasters at the end of the day didn't want to do what is needed, to follow your team winning and losing. I understand that you've never won a trophy and you feel that your club management is not done enough for you. But again, at this time, I would have said, honestly, guys, if I was part of the Manjapara, I would have said to everyone, listen, let's get together, let's work towards this, let's support the club till the end. Because if we don't support the club might go down. Foul on Planas from Irfan Yadwad, and therefore, yeah, it's a sad thing. Daniel Chimachukwu, Mandarao Desai, and El Sino coming on. Eduardo Cao off, Vignesh off, and I think Inogo Martins off as well. Wholesale changes. So that's it. This has won the Fiago Cup. Yeah, Fiago Trophy. Yeah. Their fans have been great on one side, but on the other side, this thing I can't support them. Sorry. Free kick Inter Kashi from the right. Sergio Lamas across, and Mr. Chandan can't connect. Ever since, and the ownership don't even let them raise the banner for protest. I have raised the banner of protest. There are big creative ways. If I'm, in a club, and I don't want dissent to be there. Let's say my owners don't want it. What am I going to do? Right. So the point is, they have points that they've raised. Yeah, the owners are not spending this, that, everything. But at the end of the day, you know what? Has anyone come forward in the last 5, 7 years to say, listen, you know what? Let's buy out, Magnum Sports and try and build something? No, that's not happened. Chennai. Oh, that's not a foul. Play on. Devamer wins the ball. Interesting to see how Chennai now play with those 3 substitutions. In my opinion, the pushing of election dates are major factors. This is going to happen next year. AIFF is not bothered about football. They are only worried about power. And that's a good attempt. And good save by Shubham Das. Farooq Chaudhary with the shot from distance. Farooq Chaudhary. Socialists want everything for free, victim mentality. Honeywell, what has socialists to do with a club football boycott? Explain that to me. Right? It makes no sense. It is utterly useless. It's like you saying, oh, they will nuke Iran by tonight, right? Please be careful what you put out there, right? I mean, you guys put out a lot of stuff where I say, yeah, I agree with it. But it has nothing to do with politics, right? What is happening with protest? It is not a left or right, a middle, whatever discussion. It's a Indian politics. Keep it somewhere else. In football, politics has been destroying Indian football, left, right, and center. It doesn't matter, right? Indian football has been harmed by the communists, has been harmed by the Congress, it's been even more harmed by the BJP, if I want to add to it, in the last few years. So leave it out of it. If Manjapara boycott is justified, then that's so bad. I mean, if that is the fans' mentality, then why should someone support an IFL or IFL 2 club in India who will enjoy die this way? Yeah, very true. But Sujal, the point is with teams, with clubs, fans supporting, it's a general problem in India, right? So that's an issue. It's like supporting the national team and big content creators coming out and say, hey, boycott Indian football. Because that's the only thing that they can do. To have a discussion, to raise points, you need to know things. We have a very illiterate football fan base. Sorry to say that. I say that out loud, right? We have a very, very illiterate Indian football fan base. That's our biggest problem. Our biggest problem is not Kalyan Chaube, AIFF, and clubs and this and that, everything. Oh, that's a good through ball. Mandarao Desai in the box. And Shubham Das has it in a second attempt. First time substitute Mandarao Desai in the Chennai for Chennaiyin FC in the box. That is, again, if you want to talk about problems, yeah. And some of these words of mine might be taken out of context and I criticize. No, I don't. Indian football fans, there is a lack of maturity, in my opinion. And, you know, so let's see. Chennai FC downfall started 7 years ago. I don't know why it started 7 years ago. Dampal, that's a long range attempt again, and that's a player down. Mason with the shot. I mean, Manjapa should understand the team don't need you, buddy. If your team is doing good, they need you when they are down bad. Like no, Sujal, that's the thing, right? And what I feel about fan culture in India very often is, and you see that in Kolkata as well, right? We've seen that in Mumbai or Bangalore as well, right? When the teams were failing, they drop. First corner for Chennai after 63 minutes. Alberto Noguera to take it. Comes into the box. Oh, headed backwards. Still in the danger zone. And in the end, Shubham Das has the ball. So, Sujal, very valid point. But again, it is not restricted to the Manjapara. It has, look at all across the ISL where numbers have gone up and down, and they've gone down when the teams have not done well. So this is a problem. Again, as I say, it's a lack of fan culture which we have in India, and that's something we need to work on massively, right? But who's going to call it out, right? I don't see anybody else. Sorry, I'll be very arrogant in that. I don't see anybody else outside of me calling it out, saying these things, right? A lot of people hate me for calling out truths because Indian football runs on narratives, right? It is running on narratives where people are selling you narratives. Fans fall for it. Look at our social media following. A disaster, right? It is a disaster because no one wants to talk truths. And if you've got something which is like, oh, you know what, we are good in this, we're good in that. No, guys, we're not. Right? It's very sad. Sorry. Lay down, and Sunday Monday has to go off. Physio and doctor putting the finger up, saying things are fine. Monday in pain, but I think AI will continue. So, right? Sorry, some people might not like it, but these are some of the realities that I've seen over the years, and it's not getting better. Inter Kashi clear their lines with the long ball forward. And now the question is, what can Chennai FC do? 2 goals down, 65 plus minutes on the clock, in less than 25 minutes plus added time. What can you do? Cleared by Inter Kashi. And that's a foul on Chennai. Ragnanda posted a photo wearing his t-shirt with logo of Adani, and all of a sudden people started spamming hate comments. Adani is supported for a long time. We need more corporates to support athletes, but people are hitting rather acknowledging that we need more big corporates coming out to support sports. We need a politician plays a huge role in this hate. Yeah. Aguera with the free kick from the right, cleared by Inter Kashi. That would be a throw in. Noguera, short. Back to Noguera. Noguera into the box, but cleared for a corner. So clearly, Chennai's pressure building. What's your opinion on OCI players? Dampal, OCI players is something, again, I started the fight for players of origin, 2001. Noguera with a good corner, cleared by Inter Kashi. Well, it's not going to go out for a corner. It does go out for a corner in the end. So therefore, Dhampal, I will always fight for it. I fought for it. As I say, my PIO card went to FIFA 2006. Talked on and off with the AIFF, with the government about this. We'll talk about it. We'll push it. We need it, right? Farooq Chaudhary with the corner. That's a good corner. Again, cleared by Inter Kashi. Some good corners coming in from Chennai, but none of their players are close by to get ahead or other contact to the ball. Noguera playing it across, cleared by Nishu. Beomer to Mandar. Alberto. Beomer. Oh, ball to Mandar. Pritam. Beomer. Mohammed Ali Beomer. Out to Diniana. Diniana plays it across. Farooq Chaudhary. Mason. Alberto. Chimachukwu tries and turn. Well done by Nischal. And cleared by Inter Kashi. That's too defensive from Inter Kashi at the moment. Chennai's pressure building. Pritam Kota. Football creators are one of the biggest culprits for Agas in new audiences. Very few raise valid questions. Garo, close to none. Close to none are raising valid questions. Sorry to say that. A lot of people are saying, oh, there's that. And people are saying in public a lot of things because they want to get views and followers and stuff. No, it doesn't help. So therefore, this is the real platform of having honest conversations. Changes. Asif Khan and Ashish Jha coming off with Petkivikius and Prashant coming on for Inter Kashi. Yeah, good substitutions for Senor Habas, who needs a little bit of attacking intent. And that's the problem. People are doing that. So therefore, yeah, that's sorry, but sad realities of Indian football. Let's come back to the game. Liliana, Edsinho, Pritam, Alberto Noguera. Noguera much more involved. Farooq Chaudhary puts his own player under pressure. Abik, I don't share links here for these kind of matches. Indian Super League, you can watch it on fan code on the app or on Sony Sports 10.2. And if you're abroad, you can watch it on fan code's YouTube channel by buying a monthly pass. El Sino chips it forward. Mason gets to it. Ball in the middle, cleared by Narinder Galot. So far, Inter Kashi have been able to. to clear their lines. Farooq Chaudhary loses the ball, but wins it back. Ball back. El Senior heads it back to his keeper and rebuild once again. Just pick it up once. And Chennai with more of the ball, but not really creating too many dangerous opportunities against the opponent. That is the challenge now for Chennai FC. Not just having the ball, but creating opportunities to score. And it's a foul for Inter Kashi from Chimachukwu. And yellow card for the Nigerian striker. A little rough on Wayne Vass. But he'll take the time also to go down and stay down. According to me, JJ was the best player Chennai FC had. Pampal, Chennai had some good players. JJ, you're mentioning. Um, Elano in the first couple of seasons. Steven Mendoza can be mentioned. If you want Indian players, Harmojot Singh Khabra, even Ishfaq Ahmed had, not Ishfaq Ahmed, Mera Juddin Wadu have had extended stays. So therefore, Chennai had quite a few of those over the years. So, yeah. But again, yes, since 2019, they've not won anything. Yeah, they were a top team in the first 5 seasons of the ISL, and a very worried looking Abhishek Bachchan looking at the field. And they also tried to save costs this season, right? Gave Clifford Miranda a chance, which is good to see on one side. But on the other side, foreigners came in quite late. Experienced guys, but are they maybe too old? Also, has to be asked. Noguera, Bemamer are 36. Right. Inogo Martin as a striker hasn't clicked for them, so that's a big loss. Chimachukwu needed time for his visa. Yeah, that's the reality. Chimachukwu doesn't win it. Cleared by Nistal Chandan. Liliana. Pritam. Alberto El Signo. Bemamer. Mason Bemamer across to Noguera. Looks to play through to Chimachukwu. Intercepted by Inter Kashi. That's a counter-attacking chance. Prashant. Rohit. And that wing cleared. Wayne Vass. Nischal back to Shubham Das. Shubham Das chips it forward. Cleared by Chennai, but ball chip forwards towards Prashant. Andar Raut Desai clears for a throw in nearly 75 minutes on the clock. A very worried looking Clifford Miranda on the side. Not easy for him because a lot of expectations from this team. And it's after 75 minutes, the drinks break in this Indian Super League encounter tonight, which of course tomorrow has a break. And then on Thursday, top clash. Jamshedpur FC hosting Mumbai City Football Club. Can the Islanders continue their run? And as they show the goals again, yeah. Chennai FC try to clear, and then what a goal. What a goal from Inter Kashi and Planas. The second one even better actually, because he has to work his way through, does it smartly, and then sticks his foot in, beats Noguera. Pritham can't get to it. And did Chile ever dominate football? Something with that. Rahul, again, what is dominate football, right? Yes, they did win the Conca, the Copa America in South America a few times. Arturo Vidal is the player. Came to Germany, Bayer Leverkusen, played at Juventus, played at Bayern. You know, and but yeah, they were good in South America, but not at world level. So domination, I wouldn't say. Throw in for Inter Kashi. Another one. Nishu. Two Planas. Noguera doesn't stop it. Planas in the box. And Pritham Kota clears for a corner. Difficult situation for Chennaiyin FC. On one side, you're 2 goals down. You can't afford to concede another one, but you have to be attacking on the other side. And corner to be taken by Sergio Lamas. Puts into danger zone. That's cleared by Chennai. Now Farooq Chaudhary has to find an outlet, but that ball will go out. Or, yeah, Inter Kashi will take their time to take the throw-ins. Let's see what teams have got left. Clifford, of course, has already made 4 changes, putting Mahesan on at the half-time. And then in the 59th minute, Elsinho, Mandarao Desai, and Daniel Chumachukwu. Liana Namte is on the bench. PC Landin Puya. Prakadeshwaran. Samik Mitra as the second goalkeeper, and Vivek. That's that. Inter Kashi with the ball after the throw-in. Into the middle. Played across by Prashant to Nishu. Nishu, good cross. Cleared by Elsinio. Lamas, sorry. Back to Nishu. Nishu takes it to Lamas. Pritham Kota surrounded by 4 players in the Chennai box of Inter Kashi, but able to clear. Mason plays it to Irfan Yadwat, and that's a foul from Nishu. What have Inter Kashi got on the bench? Luis Tares as a second keeper. Jayesh Rane, Mohit Singh Dhami, Tomba Singh, Sumit Pasi, Aritra Das, and David Humanes. So some interesting talent still on the bench. Prashant and Bandarao Desai get a little physical. So in Namte and Tomba Singh, 2 players who played really well in the under-23s, both not on the field or not getting their chance at both ends. Throw in for Chennai, so for Inter Kashi, Chennai get it. Farooq Chaudhary. And a throw in back to El Sino. Bema Mer. We played across to Pritham Kota. Pritham in the half of Inter Kashi. Plays it short to Irfan Yadwat. Nice ball. Mandarao Desai on the edge. That's a good cross in. But Mahesan Singh doesn't get to it. But Mandar was offside. Second time that Mandar dangerously in the Inter Kashi box, overlapping the left back. Yeah, and that's a good call from the officials. Mandar was offside. And final substitution. Young Prakadeshwaran coming on for Chennai FC. That means someone like a Namte not going to get minutes today. The 19-year-old coming on. Premier League, there is no link to be shared. So therefore, stop spamming um, the system. So if I'm right, Prakadeshwaran, reserve side midfielder, making his debut in the ISL. Chennai have more of the ball, but not really penetrative, playing a lot in their own half, trying to create. El Sino with the cross, looking for Yadwad, doesn't get to Inter Kashi clear, only as far as Pritam. Bema Mer, Noguera, across to El Sino. Farooq, El Sino, Tiniana, El Sino, Pritam, plays it across to Bema Mer. Good ball to Chima Chukwu, and Farooq Chaudhary doesn't, sorry, Praka Deshwaran doesn't get to it. Bema Mer with the ball. Bema chips it into the danger zone. Headed out by Mr. Chandan with Chimachuku waiting behind him. Looks like Inter looks like they're set to be in ISL for a long time. Yeah, Wellsam looks like it. Chimachuku back to Mason. Chimachuku. Prakameshwar, nice ball. Mason doesn't get to it. There was a certain bit of space. And then Galot wants it in offside. I don't think it was offside. And Tomba Singh coming on for the double goal scorer for Alfred Planas. And that will add midfield stability. That's what they need at Inter Kashi. Chennai having more of the ball. Once more, if you haven't, the reminder, like, share, and subscribe to this live. Once more, the reminder, if anyone wants a live link, this is not the platform. I'm banning you guys, whoever's multiplied asking for a live link. And Nishu Kumar clears it ahead of a charging Irfan Yadwad. 84 plus minutes on the clock. It's Chennai FC nil, Inter Kashi 2. Chennai need at least a goal to make this an interesting contest. Mandarao Desai across the face of the box. Prakadeshwaran will get to it. Plays it back to Dinliana. Prakadeshwaran plays it back to El Sino. Noguera. Noguera. Bema Mer. Noguera. Pritam. Plays it to Mahesan. Pritam. Mahesan. Mahesan loses the ball, but ball stays with. Actually, long ball. Nishu. Cleared by Nishu. Blocked by Noguera. And that ball will go out for a throw in for Chennai. And Sumit Pasi coming on for Sandeep Mandi. Interesting to see if Sumit Pasi goes in as left back or if Nishu Kumar switches over to the other side. Sandeep Mandi taking his time to walk off. Referee telling him, my friend, try and do it a little faster. Moment looks like Bemamer. El Senio. El Senio. Chimachuku says handball, but played out. Chance for Inter Kashi to break. Blocked by Chennai FC. Win the ball. Chimachuku. Chimachuku and can't get it through. Daniel Chimachuku. Noguera. Mason. Chimachuku. Out to Prakadeshwaran. And Mr. Chandan on the ground. Samantha will talk about TFA and its partnerships in future. Let's focus on this game. We're in the last less than 3 minutes in. And Clifford, talking about time wasting from his opponents. They're doing that smartly now. Inter Kashi letting the clock run down nicely. Chennai need 2 goals to at least keep a point at home. Otherwise, this will be a big loss for them. Cleared by Mandar. Irfan Yadwad won't get to it. Throw in for Inter Kashi. Sumit Pasi, as expected, as right back. Nishu Kumar as left back. That was a wrong throw in. Petkevikius. And Rohit Danu. Nice blast through pass. That was offside by Prashant, but good idea from Rohit Danu. Let's see that. Ooh, that does not look offside to me. Sumit Pasi. Throw in Chennai. Irfan Yadwat to Noguera. El Sino. Bemamer. Noguera. Diniana. Prakadeshwaran loses the ball. Bemamer wins it back, does he? No, he does. And then the referee gives a foul. And Bemamer was happy with that. Bemamer saying, no, it wasn't. Let's see that again. Yeah, the first one is, or is it the second one? Yeah, the second one against Wainwas surely is a foul. Mohamed Ali Bemamer trying everything, but Chennai really not penetrative in that final third, not creating chances. And Inter Kashi through great goals from Alfred Planas. One better than the other. Mason plays it across to Noguera. On to Mandar Rao Desai, is covering ground. Plays it out to Irfan Yadwad. Irfan with a chip into the box, but into the arms of Shubhan Das. Chimachuku can't get to it. Last few seconds of regulation time. Chennai FC nil, Inter Kashi 2 on this Tuesday evening. And that pass into no man's land. Bemamer being followed by Petkevikius. Free kick quickly taken. Mason, Pritham, Noguera. Yeah, it looks all nice, but it has no level of penetration. Diliana, Mason. Prakameshwaran doesn't make the run. And 7 minutes of added time in this game. It's Chennai FC nil, Inter Kashi 2. What would this do in the league table? Inter Kashi would jump into 8th position. 8 points from 7 matches. Chennai would be stuck on 5 from 6. Just like Sporting Club Delhi and Odisha FC have 5 from 5. Sinyo chest it. Noguera, Sinyo back to his keeper. Oh, that was a little risky. Mohamed Nawaz. El Sinyo. The Brazilian who can play as a centre back and defensive midfielder. Pritham Kotal. Mandarao Desai doesn't make the move. Throw in Inter Kashi. It doesn't look like Chennai will get a goal tonight, at least at this moment in time. Sumit Pasi with the throw in. Perkivikios. Prashant runs past him. Shubham Das has been given a yellow card for time wasting. And once more, the reminder, guys, if you haven't, do like, right? Put out a like, do share. And if you haven't, do subscribe to arunfoot here. Without your support, this channel can't grow. And Aguera loses it to Prashant, plays it out. Will be a throw in for Chennai. 13 likes only. Again, I'll be back tomorrow with Chinese Taipei versus India from the AFC Under 20 Women's Asian Cup. And then on Thursday with the big game, Jamshedpur FC versus Mumbai City Football Club. And Inter Kashi cleared again. 92 plus minutes on the clock. Chennai not able to find a way through that defensive line from Inter Kashi. And that ball went out against Prakadeshwaran. And the teenager, Clifford, thought he might make an impact. Had Vivek, Namte and Laldin Puya on the bench. Chomik Mitra as the second keeper. Inter Kashi on the left. Rohit Danu! But that goes over. And that's good to see Rohit Danu still having the confidence after 93 minutes to try a long-range attempt. Now that goes way, way over. Chimachuku out to Irfan Yadward. Irfan Yadward on that left wing. Nice cut in. Chips it towards the goal. Mason out to Bema Mer. Bema Mer on the right. Tries to chip it in. Good chip. Irfan Yadward. And that should be a header. And should be a corner. Post that header. Yeah. There was an Inter Kashi player on the way. Corner for Chennai. Communicating at the moment, if you look at it, I would say Inter Kashi were leading 2-0 against Chennai FC. Noguera with a short corner. Noguera back in. Mandarao Desai back to Noguera. Noguera with headed on. Inter Kashi. Chimachukwu, and that's a goal! In the 95th minute, Daniel Chimachukwu reduces the deficit. It's Chennai FC 1, Inter Kashi 2. And that does change things in the last 2.5 minutes, maybe. They have less than 2 minutes on the clock. Once more, Noguera with that ball in the middle. Headed on by Irfan Yadwad. Tried clearance from, I think, Wayne Vas. And Chimachukwu just takes it. That's a good volley from the Nigerian marksman to reduce the deficit. Question is there enough time on the clock to score a second? Mahesan out to Prakadeshwaran. The youngster plays to Bema Mer. Noguera. Noguera out to Irfan Yadwad. Irfan Cuts in. Irfan chips it goalwards, but into the arms of Shubham Das. Last minute of added time. Too close to the goal. Long ball forward. Pritham Kotal will allow the ball to go out. No, he will play it to his keeper. Mohammad Nawaz. Last few seconds of the game. It's Chennai FC 1, Inter Kashi 2. Chimachuku wins it. Prakadeshwaran. Back to Laldin Puya. Bema Mer. El Sino. And that header is in the end collected by Shubham Das. Inter Kashi said to be heading for a big, big win tonight. And that's the final whistle. Inter Kashi Football Club score a 2-1 away win at Chennaiyin FC. Big, big victory for Senor Habas and his team, his players. Big win for Inter Kashi. Only their second in ISL history as they win against Chennaiyin FC, against a two-time former champion. Let me just quickly put out a tweet. One second, I put out a tweet. Then I'll immediately be back. Yeah, big win for Inter Kashi away to Chennai FC, who Inter Kashi, as I said, moved to 8th with 8 points out of 7 matches. And Chennai stay just above the drop zones with Odisha FC and Sporting Club Delhi, AIFF Kerala Blasters and Mohammedan Sporting. So for them, it's a big fight. Just quickly get up once. For them, it's a big fight to try and stay out of trouble, so to say. But not enough from Chennai FC with the quality that they possess. Not penetrative enough. And once more, Inigo Martins ineffective up front. The 26-year-old Spanish striker, not been effective. Chimachuku more effective than him after coming on. But yeah, that's the question that Clifford Miranda will have to figure out. How can they score more than one goal? You have Chimachuku, you have Irfan Yadwat, you have Farooq Chaudhary. Again, towards the end, you saw, especially in the second half, that Alberto Nogueira can control a field, can control play, and he did that well. And that's the challenge now for them to try and figure out how to do that better in the upcoming games and matches. And that's the challenge now for a team like Chennai FC, who once more drop points. And if I look at the table, Chennai, third loss of the campaign. And at the moment, it looks okay because Mohammedan Sporting winless in 6. Kerala Blasters 1 point from 7. So that's going to be the question. If they somehow win a match here or there, That totally changes the complexion of the league table. And again, two wins, and suddenly all those teams who are on 5 points, if they don't start winning, are suddenly under pressure, under a lot of pressure to perform. And the stats, 173 votes, and 65% of you actually said Chennai would win. 14 said would be a draw, and Inter Kashi win was about 20%. So therefore, those are some of the realities that are there. And with that, if you don't have anything else to add for tonight, I'll slowly come to an end of this live watch along. Reminder, tomorrow I'll be on around 2:30 p.m. Indian time when the Indian under 20 women's national team face Chinese Taipei in their third and final game of the AFC under 20 women's Asian Cup decider. Can India somehow stay in the tournament? And on Thursday, looking forward, Jamshedpur FC versus Mumbai City Football Club, a top game in the Indian Super League, a top clash. Can Mumbai City continue their exceptional run? And if you've liked the watch along, do leave a like behind, share it with other people. Thank you for those of you who have been following the channel for a while, and those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the arunfoot family. And if you haven't, if you do watch the short videos, I did something today about Mumbai City. Could they potentially win the Indian Super League? And yesterday I'd done something on the AIFF elections, which have been pushed by 3 months. So do watch all of those. And thank you once again for this watch along. I'll catch you tomorrow for the AFC Under 20 Women's Asian Cup. Good night, everyone.